makes a lot of sense. You got space on his Magneto and Remix on the thing alongside, you know, a fantastic backline you mentioned earlier, Cozy, with Loki and Cloak and Dagger.
Hey, listen, Shroud signed his team because they were young and wanted the opportunity. Where here is your opportunity to show what you've got. And Dogman, I'm excited to see as this battle commences and we've got some early aggression, fast and loose, and the Cloak and Dagger. Love to see that after the path.
Yeah, oh my god, by the way, nice hook immediately into Impunity, into the Groot wall, or a Groot wall to try to save it on the other side, but Visions does trade it back. Cal trying to go over that top left flank. Did get shut down, but a kidnap in the sky. Doom comes back down. Magneto, though, able to back on out, but with the cloak, it's enough to get rid of space with a debuff from the Cloak and Dagger of Fidel. So great work from SHROUD-X so far to take down the tanks on the side as they try to walk forward. It looks like Envy are sort of backing up and giving up a lot of space at the moment.
Yeah, love to see that Bucky hook into the Groot right away. We're going to see a lot of that. It's a huge strategy, and it just shuts them down massively. Having the Groot on one side is going to be interesting. And as we see Envy Gal taking out Nuck in a huge strategist kill, as they are going to be holding a strong defense here. And we'll see if we get yet another powerful hook here from NK.
I don't know. Oh my gosh, by the way, here comes NK with the Kraken. Impact immediately on the Impunity after finding the opening elimination onto Nuck. Not sure what happened with him. He just got kind of a little bit caught out in the middle of the point, but obviously resets come through once you get rid of a Loki clone. As into the Kraken, Impact ready to go, comes back in through, also trying to dodge this Magneto, go back into the lamps of the Loki on his own side. Everybody sort of regrouped on both teams. After Windows, Magneto ultimate runs out, the Meteor and removed. Nice hook as well from NK to force out the bubbles onto the Magneto on his own side. Cloak and Dagger rolls on both team sides to kind of create a little bit of space. Case can come through with the slam dunk, but Cal, meanwhile, on the side, able to take that one. They're able to melt down this Goddess ultimate as well, and the hook from NK. So at the moment, Envy are actually looking very strong. 2 minutes left to go. They're able to find elimination after elimination and have great ultimate usage.
Surprised me here on defense as we have the ult still online for Gal, taking out most of the strong ultimates on their team. I mean, we went through most of them. Both of the Magneto ults did miss. They threw up the dunk and unfortunately did not grab the 2 points. But my goodness, this defense from Envy, they're looking confident and ready for this matchup. Not blown out by the lights in any regard as we see Vision get the pick on Cal here, though. Hold on, SHROUD-X is not done. They say not just like that. With a minute and a half on the clock, we've got Kraken Impact coming down, and look at Impunity taking down NK. Envy Space also trading with the Doom. Both Buckies are out now, Dogman.
Yeah, both strategies ultimates, or at least the defensive one, a little bit unfortunate timing there. Couldn't save NK with the Kraken Impact. With that ultimate gone, SHROUD-X and crew are able to just like walk forward with their Cloak ultimate. Just continue to stuff out these choke points. Get the staggers on the payload. Cal obviously wants to walk out, maybe get a stagger ultimate. Gets the res on the Sleepy as well to bring it back into the fight. So that's big for this defensive side, but they got to walk out of the choke point. It's going to be so hard, though, versus all of these daggers and Visions and crew able to shut out the defense right now. They're going to move on to the second phase of the match.
Man, I think SHROUD-X, they must have heard us through the mic there because they ended up bringing the full heat on that last battle. And I got to say, Cal's doing a great job on this Hela, keeping people at bay with the dagger there. But Vision able to match up well as Doom is going to be taking out Cal, as I just mentioned them. And Doom now putting forward the pressure. Doom, highly respected duelist by many of the players in this tournament. Many of the players told me, in fact, Doom is one of the GOATs in the duelist department in the North American region as they push up the pressure, trying to get past this first point here. Often this is a choke that if you can get past, it's smooth sailing from there, and we're going to have a big team fight as we look at SHROUD-X with now 5 ultimates online. This is about to be ultimate fireworks, Dogman.
Into the Groot ultimate. Here comes the Magneto over the top. Or Magneto ultimate over the top onto Paint. Meanwhile, Vision on the top right, able to get a nice angle as well. Cal does trade it back, and so does Space, so it's not really over just yet. On the right side, Visions as well, trying to take the duel. Cal gets some of the health pack, but a Hell ultimate on the defensive angle, or offensive angle, into a Cloak and Dagger ultimate, so it soaks up all of that damage. Meanwhile, the Kraken Impact does find one, however, it is traded out by Visions, who is finding a ton of value compared to Cal with his own on the other side. That's why Hella ultimate is so important to not waste, and a really great damage dealing ultimate. Meanwhile, they have to come back Envy with no ultimate through this choke point. Same thing with SHROUD-X. They're playing it slow. They've built up Fidel's ultimate, the Cloak and Dagger ult. They could go aggressive if they want to. Look for that pick with the hook, though, that comes through. Cal, though, able to take down Window. That was a nice shot from him on the backside, also with the lamps. Cal, meanwhile, came through on the top left to finally take down Visions and recontrol the objective.
It's like Claude Rumble out here. The hell is just carrying heavy weight up. I mean, welcome to esports, as we've seen some massive goddess of death. Have to respect it. And really nice flow there as well. I thought they were going to be able to get that cap, but Envy coming together as a team, able to secure it. And we do have at least SHROUD-X having the Cloak and Dagger ultimate online. A lot of Envy's ultimates about to be ready to go. We have not just Cloak, but also Loki coming up there, 76%. And this is going to be another tight battle, and it's going to come down to who can get the picks during the support windows, who can hold on to those support ultimates just a little longer than the other team, Dogman.
Yeah, Remix and crew trying to do a good job keeping Cal alive. Meanwhile, Space on the front line, able to get the final blow on divisions to the top right. Also, Cal trying to take his flank, and doing a good job controlling these. Also, ultimate from Remix connects flush onto basically everybody. Fidel does come back through with his Cloak and Dagger ultimate, but two people are already dead. Meanwhile, Loki comes to the top right, tries to take the duel, or at least control that angle, but Cal shuts it out for now, forcing those cooldowns, forcing his team back. Meanwhile, here comes that meteor over the top. Is it going to connect? No, it does not, but here comes Cal, or Vision, in the sky with the crow, but now here comes that goddess ultimate over the top side into so much healing on the low ground. But everybody's staying healthy on SHROUD-X. They come back through with the Kraken impact to the Remix. He's going to go down. They also get another one in Visions with the follow-up on the NK. That's some great damage even through Strategist ultimate to try to keep everybody alive. They're trying to hold on. Team Envy is down 2 members. They're going to be in a tough spot, however, as they're going to make it a little bit awkward, maybe get a recontest in overtime.
Huge Kraken impact there to get things snowballing. Vision putting on the pressure. SHROUD-X finally capitalizing as we have Remix, the only one really available with Clobber in time that can set up the other kills here, and he does pop it off right now. Vision getting the kill on Envy Sleepy, and we have Cal taking down Doom. Cal taking with the Sleepy res coming from that, and this is folding fast here. Can Envy hold on, or will they get the point?
I think at the moment, SHROUD-X and team are kind of walking forward on Remix and Envy. You know, overall, they've been able to withstand the retank. It was a little awkward. I mean, Remix, yeah, he had a big ultimate, had a big clobbering time. Unfortunately, could not find the follow-up damage. You know, and generally it seems like SHROUD-X, you know, are their backs against the wall here, Cozy. They've been constantly, you know, been able to kind of come through and close it out.
Can I just say, welcome to esports Vision. I mean, I'm watching this guy just put out play after play. He's got some incredible aim and clutchness behind him. That's what you need when your back's against the wall. When you have that clock at 0 and the overtime clock's on, it's that much more stressful. And he's showing that he can rise up to the occasion. As Window now pushing forward a little bit here with the Magneto. Do have the ultimates online. Does throw up the meteor. Can he connect on the dunk? He misses slightly, but does get the damage. Almost there, trying to get the follow-up kill, but the Kraken impact comes up, and here we go with the next dunk, Dogman.
Yeah, I mean, the Groot walls plus the lamps, I mean, it was so hard to be able to connect on that. They actually just went for the backline further. Meanwhile, SHROUD-X Duke able to find one, also with the damage buff from Cloak and Dagger, able to find even more value. And with that, they're pushing forward. 30 seconds left. Paint is going to go down as well as the rest of the crew. Envy is going to be able to come back with 20 seconds left. They've got the copy available. Same thing.
Kraken impact coming online here in just a moment. This is going to help them definitely close things out. They're going to be focusing on this door. All they need is a small push. Can they just get the pressure on enough? We've got the thing coming in. Will it be enough? Kraken impact ready to go at any time. Doom saving it as Vision trying to get a little bit of a pick. No one really bothering to attack her too much, as she does need to flee back here. And here we go. Cloak now activating theirs, trying to get that aggressive pressure. Fidel, nice time ult here. And that Kraken impact still ready to go.
So there you go. Also, Groot ultimate available. Meanwhile, Cal still looking for the flank. Has ultimate if he gets caught out. Able to take down Visions, but straight on the side by 2 members. Cal, though, able to find the second one and get the res back on a Sleepy. However, Doom still getting a ton of value on the low ground. Here comes the goddess in the sky, looking for Doom, shutting him out for now, making sure that Winter Soldier cannot come back. And Cal, again, has been an absolute hero for Team Envy, as everybody else is cleaned up, and only 2 points were given, 105 meters total for the side of SHROUD-X.
What a hold. Asgard fears hella for a reason. I mean, Cal coming up clutch there with the finish. And I mean, I thought for sure as they were closing in, they're coming out of that right wing of the spawn, that it was going to be the cap. But no, holding them to 2. You know, as much as I do, massive on this point. Now all we need is a thorough finish, and it will be done. Anything surprise you there, team comp wise, or even just strategy?
I mean, I do think it's interesting for Envy not to be running Groot. I think that's, you know, it's definitely I mean, it can work for sure, like we've seen previously. I mean, Remix had some really big ultimates in general, but with how much Groot has been played, you know, so far and prioritized in terms of the pick fan phase, it's interesting to see. But, you know, overall, just a great work by Envy in general to get the full hold there, or to get the hold at the very end. Obviously, these maps, I think, are generally defensive-sided, though. So, you know, we'll see how this first point goes in general as we take a look at the stats, you know, across the board. Remix putting in a ton of work, and, you know, for the other side, you know, all the Vanguards and Duelists doing insane for SHROUD-X too.
Yeah, look at these Vanguard numbers. You know, often the most, I would say, unrecognized role sometimes in a matchup. But we have 16k, 14k damage there down for SHROUD-X, really showing up. And then, I mean, Vision and Cal. I mean, that is the matchup I've got my eyes on. Right, Amazing versus Delena was definitely something that people look towards today. But this is a hella matchup that I want to look for the diff there. Will it make the difference? We'll find out here as we now have SHROUD-X on defense.
Yeah, and if you saw, by the way, Remix swapping over to the Groot. You saw how much damage Infinity blocked with his Groot walls. I mean, nearly 40k damage blocked. In general, I feel like Groot walls are just unkillable. It's just so hard to get rid of them. It's just so much spam in terms of clutter on the battlefield. You have to deal with as Duelists and Vanguards in general. Meanwhile, Envy's walking up, taking a whole lot of space. The Shroud want to contest it to make sure they can't get to this pillar side. Both Vanguards kind of trading back and forth. A grab comes through onto Window. Does he live this time, right? Previously on defense, it didn't work out for him. Hook comes through onto Loki, but Remix is the one that's going to go down on the right side. Cal also will fall to Window. So right now, SHROUD-X doing a good job with the hold as they clean up Envy.
Wow, that went from all going on the right side to kind of conversing into the middle. And I thought after that hook, it was going to spell danger, but really nice job to keep things safe. You know, shout out to the strategist there, keeping everybody alive. And again, like you said, we now have the Groot v Groot, and that's what I was expecting a bit more. That's what you tend to see more, because we have the Buckies ready to pull and ready to put behind the wall and just put them in a tough position. But now we've got Loki, Fidel, and Nuck both with their strategists ready, with their ultimates ready to pop. And that should give them a lot of just safety here as the aggression's going to rise.
Yeah, 3-2-1 Terror Cape, aggressive push from offense. You want to go with those Cloak and Dagger, windows of opportunity to make sure you get those debuffs. Meanwhile, here comes a Loki copy on the backside. Envy space. Oh my gosh, nice elimination on impunity off of the Groot walls. Comes back through with the Meteor M, tries to 360 no-scope it. Doesn't connect necessarily, but the Cloak and Dagger ultimates are all on this payload, so nobody's really going to pass away just yet. Here comes the delayed Cloak and Dagger ult with the copy. Meanwhile, Windows able to take down NK, so that's a nice pick for them onto Paint as well. So right now, it's all in the favor of Shroud on this defensive hold. They're looking super strong. Envy, you know, they're sent back to the drawing board.
Wow, I mean, Ultimate Rainbow. It was fireworks of Ultimate at one point. You just saw every which one in the game. I think I even saw an unreleased character's Ultimate happen right then. Really strong yet again hold from SHROUD-X. When you think it might spell danger, they keep coming up with the clutchness, and that's what you need. You need the onions, right? Now, Envy, Pain, and Cal ready to have a little bit of offense here. That Hella ult is going to be fine, but Vision also having their Goddess of Death on lock as well. But Paint will be able to spread out that Eternal Bond, hopefully communicating with the team where to go when they need to. But here we go, Vision getting the Remix pick, which is going to help them just snowball this on defense a little bit more as they go and close into the building a bit here.
Yeah, you were talking about how feared Doom is at the moment as a character, as a pro player right now. I mean, that hook came through the Groot walls to follow up onto Remix. He just got caught out. And without Remix in this fight, it's going to be incredibly difficult. So if you get staggered here, which at the moment it looks like they are. I mean, NK barely lives with his life. If they can get even more people out, that'd be nice. But those cooldowns are to move. With the lamps gone, you know that cooldown is not here for this next upcoming fight. This Meteor M could be absolutely massive for Window as they play back with 40 seconds left to go. How do they want to take this approach here? Doom just spamming out, looking for the hook. Impact comes out and into the Groot ultimate. 1, 2, make it 3. Everybody else is going to fall as well. No ultimates. No more ultimates will be used. Sleepy unfortunately committed an ultimate. Same with Cal. That's really bad for this upcoming fight. You could have used those, but with 20 seconds left, it's feeling inevitable.
you know, right now in this meta, Groot carries a lot of weight on his shoulders. How the walls work, who's going to mess up first, and then you capitalize on it. Oh my goodness, though, that Kraken impact slam dunk into the Groot ult we typically see with both Bucky and Namor capitalizing on it. And they're going to have one last chance push, but Doom says, not if I have anything to say about it, as he takes out the Spider-Man, just trying to touch the point. And here comes the Kraken impact from NK, and here's the slam dunk. Can he hit LeBron James? Not quite here. It's getting closer to the Eternal on spread it as well.
He does a great Groot wall to hide behind. Meanwhile, the again and again not going to find too much. Well, actually, never mind. Remix and the crew able to kind of just walk forward. Nice support here from the pack line of Envy as they try to walk down the rest of SHROUD-X, and they're able to come back and get rid of Nuke. So even with ultimate disadvantage because of the previous fight, they're able to come back in overtime, cap out, and move into the second phase of the map.
I mean, that was just clockwork for the first, what, 3-4 fights? And then just like that, you never want to count yourself out. These teams, they've been playing together. They know what it's like to be down, and you can't count yourself out. That's what it's like playing at the top pro level. And here we go. I mean, just like that, we thought it was overtime and done. But no, all they need to do is get a little bit further. 2 minutes, though. Lost a lot of time here, as we do have the first Hella Ultimate popping. And Vision going up with Window as well. Can Window connect? Window missing and dies to NK.
Yeah, unfortunately, not going to find anything there. Impact comes through on the other side from Doom, but it's going to cloak ult. So not going to find much more value. Cal as well into Impunity. Nice staggers come through at Envy at the moment. I mean, they're on a little bit of a snowball right now as SHROUD-X sent back to the spawn after using a few ultimates to no avail.
Yeah, get reset here, right? We got a tiny touch of staggering, so they're just going to reset. Listen, they played great on 4 fights, so this is going to be the toughest one yet, though. Getting through this corridor, you've got the Groot walls. You can go top side or behind the left there, but this is always just a tough, awkward fight as we have a Groot ult popping out immediately from Remix to get this thing started. And this is where it's tough, just trying to break through these walls. They don't have a Punisher. They don't have something to get through it immediately, but they do find their way in as Vision closes on NK, gets the Bucky out of the fight, and a huge double dunk from space.
Oh my. That was, I don't think that was a prediction. It was just lucky that the Crow from Hella eventually ended up in that choke point. So both duelists removed. Now, Envy in a great spot off of an amazing Meteor M from space. They play it back, though. Wait out these ultimates, Groot ultimate. Meanwhile, from Remix as well, catches out some tanks. They have the follow-through in terms of damage. Here comes the Kraken impact from NK. Can they get the resets? It doesn't look like it, so that ultimate will unfortunately be wasted, as it looks like the side of SHROUD-X are finally regrouped around this objective. Also, Groot ultimate coming up for the side of SHROUD-X. Can they find that in the nick of time before Shredder's ultimates are even here? Impunity has it ready to go. Shield's also down. Throws out the Groot ultimate. They're into the crystals. But Cal into the sky. Going to drop this Goddess ultimate. Able to get so much damage downrange. Also the support ultra here. The Shredder's ultimates are available. And because of it, Impunity is going to fall. And same thing with Window. Unfortunately, Fidel's ultimate just a little bit too late. Unless Doom could go absolutely insane. This is going to be tough. Doom with one. Can he find another one? Comes through on the backside. Does get the resets as well off the Loki clones. But another Groot ultimate is available for Remix. No more crystals as well to keep them alive. Throws out the Groot ultimate on the Doom. Can finally stop him. Throws out the walls. But the heals are here as well. He comes back down with another Kraken impact on the inside. Is looking for even more in the 1-versus-1.
And we got 4.
It's traded out by NK, though. And it looks like SHROUD-X are going to hold on in the last second. Spider-Man comes through a touch, but nobody else is here. And they hold in the street phase of Idris Pack.
Woo! Doom doing what he does best. I mean, just like that. You said only if Doom can pull it off. And 1, 2, not 3, but 4 eliminations there. And Fidel, I mean, just barely getting that Cloak and Dagger Eternal Bond out. Barely getting it to get enough healing on Doom to get his thing done. And wow, even though only 2 points on SHROUD-X's initial push was just enough. And look at these stats here. Let's take a look at the healing here on SHROUD-X's side. Huge numbers, cracking over 6 digits. What impressed you the most as you look at the stats here?
I mean, I mean, obviously, final hits are very important in this game. You know, a lot of people talk about damage numbers. They'll talk about, you know, all.
Warlock passive, you got the Hela, and if your Hela is crazy on the DPS, it's going to help out a lot as we have two teams going at it right away. Think about the high ground as they're using that big pillar that is unbreakable for cover.
Yeah, you know, I like the positioning from both teams at the moment. The neutral Remix just giving up on it right to the point, bailing towards the objective as the walls come up and the point is about to unlock. Here it comes. Seems like Envy's on it first. However, both teams sort of threading it back and forth. Both iron walls, both big walls used first by Groots on either side. No eliminations found just yet as Envy actually having to back up a little bit. Forcing the crystals out early is massive because with that cooldown out now, you're not able to save anybody with that Loki. But oh my gosh, Cal from the top left. We talked about how he needed to play well on this map, but he does so immediate impact on divisions. However, Doom trades it back. Paint's going to go down. No ultimates just yet as MK is going to fall. I mean, you had Nuck and his copy come through, and with that, they're able to get more value towards the cart, or towards the objective. Doom again with the Kraken impact just to secure the elimination onto Remix. Also gets the resets onto Sleepy Crew, and Doom yet again with massive Kraken impact after Kraken impact. Cal does trade one, but at this point, it might be too little too late. In fact, Sleepy got res towards the point just to get stacked.
I mean, picking up where we left off, Doom and Kraken impact, right? That might be the story of the matchup of these two teams. And that's the thing about Loki. Very strong, but those clones able to reset Kraken impact and just snowball this thing. And we start to get the point now going over to SHROUD-X. Beautiful first battle as both teams are pretty safe until Cal did rise up, get that pick on Vision, but a little too late after Doom did his thing with the Kraken impact. And right here, you can see, Dogman, how these group walls, this is where it matters. Can you pull people apart? We do have the ultimate coming from Remix, but the support ult's coming in window with the slam dunk. Can he pull it off? And he does on Cal.
Yeah, on to Cal on the left side flank. We thought it was looking good for the side of Envy after they forced cooldowns out, but Doomed and Crew just kind of come back through, able to force everybody out, even though Paint's ultimate, eliminating the team of Envy before they could even get to Paint's ultimate in that group ultimate from Impunity. So nice work from SHROUD-X so far.
Hey, SHROUD-X said this is one of their favorite maps. Many players on the team. And so we're seeing it right here. They're comfortable in domination. They love it. And some teams don't love domination. It could be a bit of a weird game mode at times here as we're getting some poking from Doom, seeing if he can grab an important hook here and try to pull a vital tank. He does, but the group wall was in place to stop the hook.
Yeah, everybody's shooting those walls, by the way, making sure they're not getting any extra damage. And so much HP. Oh my god, the hook! Forcing Remix over to the back of the map. Window shields it off as well from the heels, but team eventually there. With the copy is Sleepy. They're able to stay alive as well, live through Doom's Kraken impact. They in fact have their own Kraken impact coming up then capability. Here comes Space with the Meteor M. Over the top, looking for the dunk. Unfortunately not able to find it. Mission to the sky as well on the backside. Fidel trying to keep the team alive in the crude ultimate. Able to do so. Remix, unfortunately, no follow-up there. It was around that left side angle. A bit too aggressive. Now here comes Window. Over the top into Impunity's ultimate. And it's a 99-0 at this point as Cal only finds one. Shut out by SHROUD-X on the first round. Dagger's eventually going to come through. And overtime ticks down. Envy sent back and are down a single round.
Poor Sleepy, I've watched him come back a few times with the res just to go right back to sleep. I mean, at this point, we've had what really, to sum it up, is the ultimate battle, right? And seeing the way, very close comps, and so seeing what Goddess of Death is going to capitalize the most, who Meteor's M is going to get that important pick, and right now, I mean, Cal's doing a great job from that first match that we saw, but SHROUD-X is locked in, Dogman.
Oh, yeah. You know, we talk about how this game is it's a very team-based oriented game. You know, unfortunately, we saw a little bit there in the last point. You know, Remix. Oh, my. Wait. We can close the stats. Close the stats. Oh, no. Close them. Guys, we don't need to look at stats. Stats don't matter. Anyway, moving forward, you know, we saw team-wise, right? Remix was looking for a bit too aggressive ultimate sometimes. Unfortunately, the team follow-up isn't there. And I think for Team Envy, you talked about it. You know, they're a very strong team in terms of mechanical players overall, but it's like you mentioned how teams that have played together for such a long time, they have, you know, repertoire together. Obviously, they're going to play a lot more synergistical with one another, you know, given time, right?
I mean, I got to say, yeah, looking at the bullet sponges, looking at the Vanguards, that's where we're seeing the big difference on this matchup. And they're going to get more comfortable as they go on, and that's why I love this. This is not an elimination round. This is going to be for upper-lower bracket. We're going to see these teams get a bit more comfortable with each other as we see SHROUD-X taking the high ground here, going to decide the initiation, but it breaks just like that, a snap of a pencil, and the fight is now happening on the point.
Yeah, Cal taking a super aggressive flank angle towards the health pack on the top side of the round. Meanwhile, a lot of rotations between these walls, sort of playing like a paintballer would, and almost just playing from group wall to group wall, jungling around this backside. Meanwhile, MK on the back left, taking a ton of poke damage from Window. I mean, he's been an absolute nuisance so far on Magneto. Meanwhile, in the front line, able to take down the vanguard of Remix is Visions, and they're able to walk forward, even though Paint dropped the fate of both worlds, so it's a bit too late to stay alive. NK tries to come back through with an Arm of Dangerous, but it's met by Nux ultimate, so nobody's going to go down to that. No resets available for that side of NK. They try to come back through with Sleepy's ultimate on the side, knowing that they have to back up this SHROUD-X. Here comes the Meteor M. Can Space find anything? No, it's eaten by Window, who comes back through with his own Meteor M. Is he going to be able to find somebody for across the map? He is! NK sent back, and Vision and crew able to capitalize on Cal 2. So it looks like nobody else is going to be here for Envy. I mean, eventually Paint's going to fall down. Back to the spawn they go once again.
A half-court shot from Eric, as also known as Magneto. And I got to say, going from that window block on Space right into that was absolute clutch here, as we have now SHROUD-X. Typically, people like to push in on this map when you get to this point, making it much tougher for them. And we saw kind of the same story from Yggdrasil, where Gru Remix happened to kind of fall early, and that just puts so much pressure on the team to try to stay alive, try to keep things going here. Vision trying to get an early pick, see what they can do. Doom might get a hook here, but he does get the finish on NK with a massive... Now we have 2 down with Remix, making 6v4. At this point, they're going to have to just reset completely, space out as well. Get to the point, run home if you can, and it's a little too late here, as they're going to have to reset fully once again, as Doom is just pushing forward.
Yeah, at this point, Mental might be in a little bit of a gutter right now at the moment. I mean, they could go even further. Usually you don't see a lot of teams hold this choke point, but look how aggressive Window is at the moment, but he's just looking for out of that extra charge on his ultimate. Going to continually back up now after building up that charge to get even in this fight. Coming up on 6 ultimates on their side. They can probably go before Envy's even ready. Here comes the ultimate from Doom. Forces out 1 ultimate. Here comes the Groot as well into the Magneto. And boom! Slam dunk onto Paint. However, now here comes NK on the other side. Able to find 1. Make it 2. Make it 3 for him. So far in this fight, it's looking good as Cal able to find another. They also run to touch the point as well. So with that, Envy actually have brought themselves back into it. Nuck does find a stagger. However, now Envy have control of the point.
Wow, impressive work from really both Winter Soldiers there. NK and Doom kind of trading back and forth. Again, we got that Clone Rumble thing happening again, just focusing on the 2 heroes getting it done. Such a game of momentum, and it looked like the momentum was leaned so far towards SHROUD-X's team. However, it's now clutch with, Envy getting their space needed, just getting that mental reset. They're stuck in their spawn and now able to get things going. We have multiple ults ready for Envy as well, with not only just Loki, but also we've got both Hellas ready to go. So interested to see who kind of pops here first.
See both teams playing it slow. Crystals coming out on both sides. The fate of the both worlds comes out as well. Meanwhile, Impunity able to take down Cal through it, or with it rather. That's a nice reset from him. From top right, Vision's going for the flank, looking for Paint, able to find so, but Space, nice job tracking down that bird, able to trade it out. However, it's tough losing a strategist in this situation. Here comes that Crude Ultimate. Space trying to live, trying to stay alive. Unfortunately, there's too much damage here for SHROUD-X as they clean up the point.
Just chaos going on. One would say pure chaos happening at that point. I mean, really good job there for the pick and trading there with the Hella, but a little too late here. SHROUD-X picking off, and just, I mean, the story here has been just the coordination. And that's what you're going to get when you've played together this long. Just seeing how these teams are clicking together, and just got to hand it for the 2-0 on domination map picked by Envy, but ultimately falling to SHROUD-X.
SHROUD-X looking good at the moment. They look like a top 4 team at the current moment in terms of how they're playing as a team, how they're playing as a unit right now. They look very good. We'll have to see moving forward. Like you said, it's not the end of the world necessarily for Envy. There's more time for them to iron things out, as it's like you said, it's like a round robin just to get everybody ready to go for in that full playoff bracket. And for SHROUD-X, I mean, you got to feel pretty good, right? In the current meta, if they can keep improving at this style, maybe we'd like to see a few more different